What a fun run it's been and still going on. And it's even funner now with Sonny and Denis doing their thing and all the goals and all the winning. So let's get to it. Another episode of LAFC Plus.
That's right, coming off.
Right placement, sometime maybe a little bit softer or whatever it needs to be for that particular shot. But Sonny's so smart with that. Yeah.
즐거운 추석 연휴입니다. Good evening, everybody. 다들 고향 잘 내려가고 계신가요? 여러분들이 고향 내려가실 동안 심심하실까봐 제가 또 재미있는 영상을 가지고 왔습니다. 와, 여러분들이 좋아하시는 미국 방송 풀 번역 영상이라고 할 수가 있겠는데, 손흥민 선수가 지난 세인트루이스와 경기에서 정말 엄청난 골을 넣었습니다. 손흥민 선수의 멋진 추가골이었는데요. 상대 수비가 5명이 골 각도를 막고 있었음에도 불구하고 손흥민 선수는 이렇게 그냥 무시하고 냅다 때린 것이 이렇게 그대로 골대 안으로 들어가면서 상대 키퍼가 반응도 못했습니다. 제가 이전에 다 설명드렸죠. 이렇게 수비수가 많이 서 있으면은 상대 키퍼가 시야가 가리기 때문에 몸을 날릴 수가 없다라고 할 수가 있겠는데, 손흥민 선수가 이렇게 유일하게 골 길을 찾으면서 넣었던, 영리하고 손흥민 선수만 골을 넣을 수 있는 장면이었다 라고 할 수가 있겠습니다. 이렇게 골이 들어가자 이제 여러가지 논란이 많았습니다. 어떤 논란이냐? 이영표도 이렇게 얘기했는데요. 손흥민이 K리그를 선택했다면 지금처럼 이렇게 득점하기 어려웠을 겁니다. 한국은 상대 에이스에 대한 경계가 특별히 심하기 때문에 한국 선수들은 그리고 다 빠르거든요. 그게 선수들이 어려워하는 점일 겁니다 하면서 말도 안 되게 K리그를 올려치게 하고 지금 메이저리그 사커 축구를 내려치게 하는 발언을 하면서 여러 가지로 논란이 되고 있다고 할 수가 있겠는데, 이 발언을 미국 방송이 들었을까요? LAFC 팟캐스트에서 손흥민을 자꾸 내려치게 하려고 하자 개빡치면서 무슨 소리냐, 손흥민 선수가 더 잘해서 골을 넣은 거다, 미국 축구 물수비 아니다 라고 지금 반박 방송을 찍어서 난리가 났습니다. 그래서 제가 이번 영상 거의 풀 영상으로 보여드리고 마지막에 제 마무리 멘트 치려고 하는데, 미국 방송에서 손흥민 선수를 어떻게 극찬하는지 지금부터 살펴보겠습니다.
What a fun run it's been and still going on. And it's even funner now with Sonny and Denis doing their thing and all the goals and all the winning. So let's get to it. Another episode of LAFC Plus.
That's right, coming off another big win on the past weekend, 3-0 over St. Louis City, overwhelming City on the road at Energizer Park. And Mario, just another comprehensive victory. We say BFFs, best football friends, because it seems like Denis Bouanga and Son Heung-min have gotten along certainly very well on the pitch and off, and they seem to be having a great time. And we talk about it, but Denis and Sonny are they're simpatico right now. Any way you slice it, they're just working well together. The team is working great around them, no doubt. But when you have that kind of partnership, we talked about it a little bit, the previous week. You know what St. Louis City is going to try to do against you defensively. They're going to try to stop those guys. But as you pointed out, you might be able to stop one. We saw that with Denis earlier in the year, triple teamed constantly, quadruple teamed at times, if that's what it took to stop him. But you can't do that anymore because either one of them can now just destroy you, and there's going to be space if you try to pull too much of that triple teaming, double teaming. And we see it. We saw it with the goals that Son scored, another brace in this game, and Denis had the other one. So just an incredible run, Mario. These two are BFFs on and off the pitch. Best football friends. Yeah, here's one of what the goals sounded like. One of the goals from Son Heung-min, of course, coming up with the brace against St. Louis City. And then I want to point out something about this as well. Here's one of the goals from that match, as you heard it on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. This is my call there.
Son battling, winning it around one defender. Laying it into the run brilliantly of Delgado. Oh, what work by Son. 3v3, Delgado in the middle. Denis on his right. Delgado, top of the area. Laying it off for Son. Into the run of Smolikov in the 6. Puts it on his right foot. Back to Son. Top of the 18, out traffic. Son on the right foot. Curling shot it in! Son has beaten the defense in Berkey from 15. It's 3-0! Oh, what a spectacular individual effort from the great Son Heung-min! Oh my goodness, what a goal for LAFC. Berkey is left shaking his head in disbelief. Son's brace here in this match It's his 8th of the season, and LAFC now lead 3-0.
So my point of that is people who will see that highlight who don't really watch the whole match or didn't even, maybe they're not even following MLS, but a lot of them came on social media and were like, oh, look at the defense. They're laying off of him. It was so, this is the point we're trying to make, right? When you're a team that's attacking well and you have two great attackers, defenses can't just climb or close down on one guy. And you're also getting into the penalty area a lot more with touches. Defenders can't lunge. They can't go crazy there. You're going to draw penalties, and Denis going to bury those on you. So
yeah, Denis just scored minutes ago.
And that's how Son is going to get space, even when you're like, well, how come they're not closing him down? Because there's other people around him he can hit and certainly lay off great passes, which he's already done on several occasions. So you can't just like single out one guy and just try to just stop him. And that is all the difference. I mean, it really is.
You know what's been huge is the fact that LAFC have been scoring early in a lot of these games too.
True.
The fact that they're getting the early goals early on, which can be a game changer, right? Opponents got to change their game now. They got to change the game plan. LAFC can play with that comfort now, knowing that they're up, by a goal. They can defend more comfortably, hit you on the counter, and just make you pay. And that's another thing. LAFC is making teams pay. You don't want to make a mistake against LAFC, especially right now, because then they're off and running. Denis off and running, Sonny's off and running, and they're putting it on the frame. They're putting it on the frame, and especially Sonny. I mean, Denis, he's put on the frame now, but I mean, Sonny, he's pinpoint accurate with his shots. Just when you think he doesn't really have like nothing here, there's not really a chance there. He fires off a shot and it's on the frame, and it was a really good chance. Like that's what Steve Cherundolo confirmed for me, because I was noticing that, and then I talked to Steve Cherundolo just a couple of days ago, and he was talking about his finishing, and he was talking about how he's so smart with it, the right amount of power, the right placement, sometime maybe a little bit softer or whatever it needs to be for that particular shot. But Sonny's so smart with that. Yeah.
I know, because sometimes you'll feel it where it's like, oh, he picked out a corner, and you're like, oh, that seemed to take a while to get it into the back of the net. Like he took something off of it, but it's through traffic. The keeper can't see it until it's too late, kind of thing. And you almost, as I'm broadcasting a game, some shots, I'm not just talking about Son, I'm talking about a lot of stuff where you're like, how did that go in a sense of it seemed like it took forever, but it's really the smart play, taking something off of a ball where you're not putting it 20 rows into the stands because you're freaking out, you're taking your time.
That's what Steve said. Steve said in the traffic, Sonny knows how to use the defenders, the opponents, as almost like a shield.
Absolutely.
For the keeper. The keeper can't see it because the defender's right there, and Sonny kind of knows that and hits it, and boom, it's in the back of the net. You're like, what just happened? There was no chance.
Yeah, well, and you heard me talk about Roman Berkey there. He got frustrated because of that, and a lot of, I think, because like there's not much the defense can do. He's not blaming them, but it's like they're causing like a screen, if you will, for a basketball turn or whatever, like where the keeper just sees it too late. And I think that was some of Berkey's frustration because, you want your defense to close him down, but Berkey also knows that Son can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to give him a shot, it better be from 18 or whatever, that's your best chance, I guess, maybe. But you're right. He uses the defense so well. 8 goals now. You heard that one right there. 8 goals and just, handful of assists already. I mean, just Mario, this is just ridiculous.
이렇게 미국 방송에서는 손흥민 선수 내려치지 마라. 부안가와 손흥민 조합 2명이서 잘하면 상대 수비가 막을 수가 없다. 그리고 손흥민은 엄청나게 영리한 플레이를 하는데 저런 거 알고 있어도 못 막는다. 만약에 수비가 손흥민한테 붙었으면 손흥민이 다른 방법으로 골을 넣었을 것이다 하면서 미국 축구 물수비 아니고, 그리고 손흥민 선수가 미국 수비가 물수비이기 때문에 잘하는 게 아니다 하면서 손흥민 선수의 진면목을 알아보고 극찬을 하는 미국 방송이었는데, 와, 여러분들은 어떻게 생각하시나요? K리그가 잘할까요? 아니면 미국 리그 축구가 더 잘할까요? 여러분들이 댓글로 남겨주시면 감사하겠습니다. 근데 시장 자체가 월드 스타를 영입하는 미국 축구, 그리고 영입 못하는 K리그, 비교조차가 안 될 것 같은데 여러분들의 생각 댓글로 남겨주시면 재밌을 것 같습니다.